Rob Montgomery here at the Smart Film School. I want to talk to you about safety when doing interviews as a mobile journalist or documentary filmmaker at times of pandemic. There are safety protocols you'll want to follow so that you can film interviews and get good audio, but maintain a safe distance. Microphones will help you do that. Let's talk about a couple of different types. One of the most common types of microphones used with professional cameras of a larger body size, let's say, are shotgun microphones. Like this NTG1 that I've had maybe for, I don't know, since 2006. I bought it new. And that's the thing, it's a good investment. It lasts your entire professional career. Normally this is mounted with some kind of wind protection, on a DSLR or mirrorless camera or with, a camcorder. And then the audio comes over XLR. And then from there you have to convert it into smartphone audio. So that's the kind of one idea that we want to take with us is how can we have a very pointed microphone, or how can we get basically microphones to record a person's interview responses, the sound bites we need, with a mic that's closer to them. Well, the easiest thing to do is actually ask the person that you're interviewing, do you have an iPhone? Can we borrow it? I just need you to open up the camera app and turn on the video camera and just start recording. Okay, so go to the video app, start recording, and just tell them just forget about the camera and just remember there's a microphone here, and just kind of use that as if you were holding a microphone. Okay. At the end of your interview, tell them to turn it off and ask them to airdrop it to you. That's the easiest way to get a contactless, great sounding audio. Now, if it's a lot of wind blowing, not so great. Let's talk about some other ways where you have a little bit more control. But that is the quick and easy tip. And I have to say, BBC reporter that I shared it with during the beginning of the outbreak of COVID-19 was really impressed. And that could have been a game changer for them. Most reporters are going to start out with the kit that they have. They're going to look and say, well, I do TV, I've got this kind of stick mic for when I do my piece to cameras and when I interview people. Is there a way to use that with my smartphone? So maybe I can use a selfie stick here and the mic holder and the long cable. And whoa, things are starting to break off. It's too heavy. This is really awkward to use. That's going to pop out, and you don't want this to go hitting the ground. It's a Sennheiser Hand Mic Digital. It's a great sounding mic. It is rugged. You probably could pound nails with it, as they say, but why risk it? There are better options to consider. But you need that safe distance. So what are you going to do? Maybe you have one of the really popular wireless Go mics from Robb, or a small wireless kit that you can stick on the end of a good selfie stick. A good selfie stick is like this Coleman model. Again, all the links to all the gear in the description below. They're at robmontgomery.com/gear. That's the page where I've curated all of the best mobile filmmaking and mojo gear for years. So it's a popular destination. So I'm going to upgrade it and add some of these boom poles and mics, shock mounts, so that you can see what I'm talking about here is a Rode wireless transmitter. And it's attached here to a cold shoe mount. That's what this does. It just slides into any cold shoe, standard. So the key is to how do you get this on here is you need a little piece that goes from $1.20 to cold shoe mount. It's a couple bucks. You probably have one around, or you can cannibalize it from some other point. And then this is a $16 selfie stick, and it goes nice and small. It's 1 meter long, however, so you need to know that is 1 meter long. So between me and that camera is 1 meter. But if my interview subject is back there 2 meters, I'm going to be extending. There's maybe a better option. Oh, and the other thing is I'm not really a fan of this solution from Rode. This thing supposedly clips in here. It always unclips at the most inopportune times. There's a little fuzzy there, yeah, a little wind jammer. I find that like a Rycote wind jammer from my H2N Zoom micro audio recorder fits right over the whole end there and keeps everything windproof. And then I've got a nice cordless, a wireless, if you will, microphone that's easy to control. And then I can put my phone in here and connect it up and get it to talk nicely with that microphone at the end with very quick setup. So you can see there's that receiver, all the patch cables to get it from mini plug to TRSSS to lightning. Anyways, that's what we got to do in this day and age. If you've got one of the new iPhone Pro Maxes in particular. So there you go. You got your stick. You've got your transmitter up here at the end. And I'll just leave the wireless or the Windjammer out since I'm indoors. So if I'm indoors, I probably don't need that. And now I can film, and I can keep that out of the shot pretty much. But the microphone is now 1.5 meters, almost 2 meters closer to that person's voice box. So, I can keep it out of the shot just like that. Works awesome. You know what? I'll just film that for you so you can see what that looks like from my side. So that's the ultra wide camera. It's in the shot. I go to the wide camera. No, we're going to go to the tele because we want to be socially distancing. So now I'm going to go in there, put that right under their face. Okay, pretty easy to do. And then it's pretty easy to disinfect. Pretty easy. Nothing's easy in these situations. Things can be made easier the more you do them. Rhythm does come. Now, a little step up from that then is to use a proper boom pole. Now this is 2.2 meters long, or it's 2 meters long, somewhere in that vicinity, but certainly long enough to meet any regulations you need to be further away. The problem is it gets a little bit heavier, so this may be for when you have an assistant with you and they're running the audio, okay? But it still can be wireless. That's what I want to show you. This is a video mic from Robb, and it has a standard mini plug. It's made for camcorders again, but it can plug right into that transmitter. That's the cool thing about the Wireless Go system I really like. So now that can go back to my phone, and it's still wireless. This is a much better quality microphone than the built-in little mic on the Wireless Go. This is a mini shotgun microphone. It's got an active circuit, which means it has a battery, so you have to check the battery here, make sure this battery's charged. Okay, so it's a little more to disinfect at the end of the day, but it probably won't be up there except to turn it on and off. So I don't really need to touch anything up there all day long. Okay, so again, that's the micro boom pole. It's smaller, it's thinner, because a traditional boom pole, you're usually running with a wire. A traditional boom pole like this, it's also 2 meters long. This is Boom Pole Mini. I think they also make Boom Pole Pro and Boom Pole, just Boom Pole. They have several different, because for different needs. So this one is designed to use that microphone and to have the cable that attaches it to a camera or to a recording system be able to run inside, right? It can run through and connect up to, you don't know what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'll put it together real quick. So let's start with the microphone. Like I said, this is that microphone used in a shock mount from a mirrorless cam from my Sony A1. Now, or A7, sorry. The A1 was my old camcorder news recorder. So that comes off. That comes off, and you'll see why. We're going to upgrade that seriously. And so this will be the XLR cable. This is a shock mount that will suspend the microphone. And this is probably the highest quality. This is the kind of stuff you see in the BBC using with Sir David Attenborough out for the BBC doing some wildlife nature stuff. It's that good. And it's that much fun to imagine that's you with that amazing voice filming a documentary of great import. So this rig with the pistol grip can be upgraded further. First of all, there's no wind protection. So let's start by adding what's called a blimp. And so the blimp slides on here and it locks into place. The system is really nice because you can use it with different size microphones, so it's universal. Trust me, that's a long microphone, but there are longer ones. Oh. So go figure that some people want that. And then you can put the end caps on, front and back. And for a lot of your filming, that may just be enough, especially if you know, that's already insulated from some wind. But of course, you know, I'm a big fan of the dead cat. And this one is the size of a dead cat. This fur goes over the blimp. And voila, now we're in Attenborough territory, ready to film at the British Open. It could be, you know, you could be at Carnoustie. You could be at the Old Course, and the wind never stops, but it won't hit your microphone. It's completely insulated. Now, then you wanted to be able to do is attach this to your boom pole. But first, you have to run the wire through your boom pole. So the wire is this professional XLR audio cable. And the way it has to run is from the bottom to the top. This end with the male pins, the 3 male pins, goes through the top of the boom pole mini, like this. And then it comes out the bottom. That can be the hard part sometimes. Sometimes it comes straight out, and sometimes you got to wiggle a little bit until it does. And then when it comes out, just keep extending it out. That will go to your recorder or to your adapter, to your camera, whatever. Now we focus on the top end here. And the top end is where all the business is. That's where the wire will slide through this slot, and the microphone in the blimp will attach to the top here. So there it is sliding in. We just have to unravel the top, unscrew it, and then this will just sandwich in. Okay, and then the cable will slide freely. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, those two parts, that's a lot of thread. That's great, it's good build quality. This comes in here. The wire is going in the slot. And then over the top comes this. And it's a bit of a magic trick, but once you get it in there, you'll be able to do some magic. You'll be able to get that attached with the wire going through the pole here. It's just a lot of threads there, so that makes a really secure mount. And then you know you're getting good when the brass is up there, and so the wire slips easily up and down the pole. That's the key. Now you can attach the pistol grip thread here to the boom pole, and then we will attach the electrical connection for the audio, the mic cable. Woo, gotta watch your head there. The mic cable will just go in the bottom here, and voila, and then I can adjust the length of that. We can adjust the angle of this, and now we have a Super Pro 2.2 meters shotgun microphone in a blimp, noise proof. I can get any angle I want. I can go below. I can go from above. I will need an assistant because, or my camera on a tripod if I'm going to run this. And that's what I did for Sophie Sutton, the award-winning mobile documentary film, won LA Live. Best foreign documentary. Gotta love the Americans. They have best foreign everything. It was an English-speaking woman. In fact, she's from England. Wales, in fact. Well, she's from the UK. Wales. Sophie Sutton, a street musician. So that's why this became really important. because outside in the wind, in the streets, you need all of the sound protection you can so you can get really high quality audio, in this case, music. And then coming out of that array, basically I had something like this, a way to plug a professional audio source in, give it phantom power, and then have it come into my smartphone. That was filmed with the Success Plus. So there it was, TRSS, that's all you needed. I can adjust the gain here, and I can monitor it with headphones. This is the iRig Pre. Again, links, descriptions, all at robbmontgomery.com/gear. That's where I keep all this updated, and I will do that now that I've done this monster demonstration of microphones for filming during a pandemic or any other time where you need to have distance between you and your subject, but the microphone close.